Okay, you want to say something?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
I had the car accident and it was really bad. So it was a really bad experience overall. The whole 3 weeks, I was really upset with God. And that's my question to you is it wrong of me to question, to be upset, to actually ask God, "But why am I going through something like this when you're so bigger than I am and I'm doing so much as a small person?" And I did also talk to my sister about it. It's like the whole feeling thing is too much. You, people don't become bad. It's that their circumstances are so unfortunate that some people do turn to the wrong side. So what am I supposed to do? I'm still holding on, but I don't want to go to the wrong side. I still want to hold on, but it's so hard. So that's my question to you: how does a person keep on going?
Can I ask you who's your parents?
My parents, my dad's over there, my mom.
नहीं वो सही है आपने तो बता दिया. Let me tell her now. Listen, whatever you said, uh, I I I completely agree.
The thing that I don't want to be a loser anymore.
No, just hold on.
Like
No, just little bit. I'm asking a little bit. When I say something, when I show you something, be honest. Just so I'm asking to be honest, right?
yeah.
Now I opened this book, right? And you have been reading it. He may have told you, but I will show you something else. Can you? I want her to see the Quran herself. If you give her, because she is trying. She's been saying that she's been reading the Quran. But Al Imran Surah 3 Surah. Do you know how to take out the verse? Okay. Surah Al Imran 138 to 143. But you know what? The way I will read for now. Excuse me. You have opened this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will read for you. And first of all, you just listen to me first, right? When you had an accident, okay, you just think about that and what was going in your mind at that time. And then read 143 verse.
143.
Verse. No, Arabic and translation.
Translation.
Read loudly, please.
He said, "Ye did indeed wish for that before ye met him. Now ye have seen him with your own eyes." That's
I will read it and then maybe little English translation not correct. وَلَقَدْ كُنْتُمْ تَمَنَّوْنَ الْمَوْتِ. You indeed wish for death. وَلَقَدْ كُنْتُمْ تَمَنَّوْنَ الْمَوْتِ. You indeed wish for death. Min qabliyan talqaw, before you really met it. The death is not here right now, still not come to you. But you wished for death before you really met it. That's what I'm reading this book. فَقَدْ رَأَيْتُمُهُ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. Now you have seen it with your own eyes. You've gone through a process. Now the question is, I told you be honest. You have to think, what happened before the car accident?
what
You don't lie to me, please. Don't. If you don't want to speak in here, no, I'm not talking exactly before the car accident.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about. What was the reason that you wished for death?
I would say that, if I'm being honest with you, I did not wish for that because that week was really good. And
What?
that week when it
No. Just a minute. What I'm asking you is very different. Before the accident,
yeah.
there must be something in your mind, that you wanted badly. It's not happening with you. Hopelessness. You understand what I'm saying? So that you're not, I don't want you to tell here right now, but you know what I'm talking about now. That is the thing. So now Allah showed you that accident came to you and He showed you death, near death experience, so that you correct yourself. You follow now, understand what I'm saying? You didn't indeed wish for death at that time when that accident happened. Before what you wanted, you were not getting it. Or because people, I'm talking about the people who are, so to say, apparently in their mind losers, they want to give up their life. So because the standard they have put about themselves, the standard in the world, whatever the standard, I have complexes, I have got problems with my life. So I would say, it's better I should die, or I do something wrong, I kill myself. I mean, I'm just talking about generally. So why? Because they put a standard of their own, and if they can't achieve that standard, so they try to hurt themselves. What is a guy who gets drunk or do bad things because they think God is not going to help them out? I'm just giving you this. So what I'm saying, that wishing for death is before that situation. So now Allah says, you did indeed wish for death. Before you really met it, now you have seen it. Now you've seen that something happened to you. Now, how to come out? So now you read same surah, 140 verse.
140?
Yeah. I think what I'm reading for her, you all should think about yourselves in your mind. And you'll get your answers also. Because it's not only her. So he said, if a wound has touched you, I'm talking about not physical wound, I'm talking about psychological, mental you were talking. If a wound has touched you, be sure a similar wound has been touched by others. Such are the days of varying fortunes we give man or human beings in turns, so that they believe and that he may take himself from the ranks of witnesses to the truth. And Allah is love. Allah does not love those who do wrong. Now, first the situation, then the wound. The psychological wound has touched you. Physical will go away. What you're talking about, mind. That Allah says, if a wound has touched you, be sure it is being touched by others. Such are the days Allah give in turns, so that He wants to know who comes to me or who's deviated. As you said, people get bad. So this was a test and trial of you. But you are reading it, you don't get it. I got it. This is what I'm reading. Now you can see it. Then further, if you know what you have to do right now, so it says 139. وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنتُم مُّؤْمِنِينَ. So lose not heart, that's the consolation. So lose not heart, nor fall into despair, for you must gain mastery if you are believer. That's a consolation. To come to this point, you have to know the past, what happened. So what happened, you don't have to tell me, you know, before the accident, the emotions that you were into. That is what I'm trying to explain. That goes through with everybody. And sometimes people try to lose themselves. But again, Allah showed you to guide you. It's not that he's big and I'm small. No, he does it with everybody. I've been hurt. For example, how would you understand that I started reading the Qur'an, I started giving lectures at the age of 34, and I was shot in 2005. These all 8 teeth are not real. Do you think I would have run away from God? I should have. God, I'm doing your work. You make me, get up. So I said, no, there's something I've done wrong. I have to correct. He's so huge and massive God, real God. So I can't even think that he's bigger than me. I would like to know how I can save myself. With all the problems that I face, now he's told you right now, lose not heart, that's the guidance, that lose not heart, nor fall into despair, for you gain mastery if you're a believer. And the day you start doing it, you'll master your life. To believe. But once you were reading the Qur'an, I don't disagree that you were not reading the Qur'an. You were offering praise, I understand. But believe me, it is the spirit when you get it. It is the essence that you get it, then you follow the spirit. And once you follow the spirit, like I just read to you, you got the spirit right now. Not before when you were reading the Qur'an, or maybe some people read, they don't understand, believe me. So once you don't understand the spirit of the essence of the message, once you get the spirit, then you follow and then you get the confidence. You want to ask something?
Yeah, the spirit-wise, my dad did show me he did tell me everything, because I was in a really dark time during the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
But after that, after having conversation with my parents and they're telling me that this is how it goes, and having conversation with my grandparents as well about the Islamic way, why he did what he did, and making sure he's like bad things have happened to other people, but he's like because of the fact that you read the dua, your harms were not major because the accident was really bad. So
I'm not saying all
yeah,
this.
no, that I know.
I
I know
didn't
you're
say all
not,
this.
but now, like now, I'm in a better place in the sense that my iman has gotten stronger. In the sense that my day doesn't go by. I don't feel ease if I haven't prayed. I make sure that I pray all my prayers, even sunnats, even my nafils. I make sure I pray all of them. Then I feel at ease, and I feel like I've done my job, and now my day is done. Because
No, excuse me. My question to you: when you pray? What ayat you pray?
what ayat?
Yeah, in the prayer, in the namaz.
Like the same,
For example,
like when you do
give me one.
like the surahs you're asking me?
Anything when you're praying something.
Yeah.
Okay, what you pray? For example, surah after Fatiha.
After Fatiha?
Yeah, one verse, one or two verse.
Like my favorite one is
Yeah, that's what I'm
my
asking.
favorite one is Surah Nisa. I really like reading that one because it's always
No, I want to know, no, what you're reading.
Surah Nisa. So it's like called A'udhu bin Nas, Malkin Nas, Ilahin Nas, min sharri waswas. Oh, sorry, that's Surah Nas. Sorry.
So I understand.
Yeah.
I've understood.
Qul a'udhu bin nas, malikin
nas,
nas,
ilahin
ilahin
nas,
nas,
min
min
sharri
sharri
waswasil
waswasil
khannas,
khannas,
alladhi
alladhi
yuwaswisu
yuwaswisu fi
fi
sudurin
sudurin
nas,
nas,
minal jinnati wan
nas.
nas.
What you get, message, what you get. What is the message?
That's one thing I'm trying to master. So
That's I'm telling
yeah.
you, that praise means nothing.
Yeah.
Look, if you read this, for example, وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَعْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Do not lose heart, do not
Yeah.
fall into despair. You are falling into despair. You are. So when you read this, Allah is talking to you in the ayah, do not lose heart, do not fall into despair. You must gain mastery if you are a believer. So what I'm trying to say, you read something, you mean it, what the God is saying to you. If you just say, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَٰهِ النَّاسِ مِن شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ اللَّهُ أَكْبَرُ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ لِمَنْ حَمِدَهُ. No, even if I refer to that ayat and explain to you in the true sense, what does it say? Then you know the spirit of that I seek refuge. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. I seek refuge, the Lord of the mankind. Malikina, he's the king of mankind. Ilahina, he's the God of mankind. Now there comes the shar. Min sharril waswasil khannas. That the shar means some stirring your feelings and emotion. So you are asking Allah that the shar doesn't come in my mind. Min sharril waswasil khannas. And he does that and he gets backwards. Minal jinnati wan nas, from the jinns and from the mankind. Now you read something, and if you don't have the spirit of it, so it won't affect you. Reading is again going like plain reading. Like if I read this, Al Quran, the criteria, international Islamic profession, Canada, and this and that, govern yourself, and blah, 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 blah. Now, if you ponder with the essence and read it, then it will affect your mind. Like when you sit in the car, what you read?
Like I
No,
played
just.
I played the recording only because there is one part in the traveling that I always have a tongue twister with, so I always
Okay, I will
Yeah.
tell you. Bismillah majriha mursa inna rabbi laghafur rahim.
Yeah.
Subhanalladhi sakhkhara hada wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin.
Yeah.
Wa qur rabbi anzilni munzila mubarakan wa anta khairul munzil. There are three prayers. Even if you go in the aeroplane, they tell you one.
Yeah, prayer. Yeah.
I've got three. So you must know, I found out from the ayahs, from the Quran. So not on the airplane, whenever I sit in a car, whenever I start to, what does it says? Bismillahi majriha mursa. So what it says with the name of Allah, it moves or it is stable, it's static. Bismillah majriha mursa. Inna rabbi ghafurun, surely you are the most, and it is forgiving and merciful. So when I say this, and I read the ayat, and I meet it in my mind that Allah has made this car to move, or car if you're sitting in the car or aeroplane or or on a ship, that it moves by the will of God or is static by the will of God. God, you are forgiving and merciful. I'm sitting with your words. So what I'm saying, you have to take up those words of the essence of those words to do it. Not what people are telling you. You have to go with the words, the essence of the words. That is why you get like for example, if your father or grandfather said something, they said some words, but they're not God words. I'm referring to words of God. So what the words of God are telling you, the Spirit. So if you're praying 5 times a day, and those ayahs are just read just for the sake of reading it, it won't affect you. It only affects you when you mean it, and you mean it what you read it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand your situation. I am telling you how to come out from that situation. That you have to read those verses so that it can give. There's one lecture of mine, Consolation of Psychological Hurts. Every human being who's sitting in this room, including myself, have gone to psychological hurts. The shaitan hurts you, Allah hurts you to test you. He hurts you. So now it is up to you. You get react to God Almighty, or you guide yourself. Because your reaction will not bring you peace. It will all affect you. So rather than take guidance, how to take guidance? So you read the verse. If you don't understand, my lectures basically are that you understand the spirit of the verse. And once the spirit of the verse hits you in the heart, you remember it and you read it, because now it becomes a part of communication with that ayat and you, of God. وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنتُم. Do not lose heart and do not lose hope. You must gain mastery if you are a believer. If a wound has touched you, be sure a similar wound has been touched by the others. So now I know that Allah has touched me, so I'm not the only one. There are my parents, your mother, your father also got hurt in the accident. I don't know if you were in the same car or what.
No, they were involved in a different accident earlier.
A different
that
accident,
year.
but they got hurt. Right? So Allah is telling us that not only you are hurt, so Allah is balancing you, maybe young age, but maybe now in the future you may not get that bad. You understand? Because your hurtness is equal to the hurtness of they got hurt right now, elderly age. But you got hurt in a young age. But Allah balanced with everybody. He's not unjust. He said, be sure a similar wound has touched the others. So He gives this in turns to everybody. So now what happens? So God says He will do it, you can't help it. If you want to react to God, you react, what happens? You will get more hurt, and then you go in the madhouse, finally. So what happens? We have to submit. Okay, God, I'm sorry, forgive me. I will try to come to your path. So He says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. When my servants ask you about me, I'm near, indeed close to them. I listen to your call. So when you're calling, so you must get an answer. So answer is in the book. So people can't find the answer. I have been reading so much, and so I got many answers of the people and myself. So if you ask me, I will answer you. You remember that verse? It is not mine, it is God's. So you remember that verse and repeat in the salah. So that, and you read with the essence of the salah. In that salah, what it means to give you consolation. If you just read it without understanding, like Hafiz did, the whole book is memorized. And if you ask him, can you tell us something about the book? You say, Allah knows best. So where they are, they are. So what I'm telling everybody, first we have to identify God, and then when things like happen to you, don't be afraid, because it tells you how to tackle it.